Yo, what is up? So this video is specifically for people who are thinking about starting a small business or are running a small business, and you probably have figured out that you need to market your business in order to actually be able to sell something. So when we break it down into super simple 2 steps on how to run your business successfully, it is having the good product, and the second thing is marketing it. Meaning that getting people to actually know about what you're selling, right? Pretty basic stuff, and you probably know this already. So this is gonna be all about what is the best way to market it as someone who might not have as big budgets as these huge companies. So why should you listen to me? I run a clipping agency and I work with many different types of companies and brands, big ones, smaller ones, and so I have pretty good understanding of what different types of companies, different types of brands, personal brands, physical products, what they want and what is going on in that market. So right now, big companies, big creators, big artists are investing heavily on clipping stuff, and it is pretty new and it's just spreading like wildfire, and companies are spending more and more of their marketing budgets on clipping instead of the typical old school ways which you might have heard about, which is meta ads, that sort of stuff. And the way clipping armies are being used right now is only something that only big budget companies can use, okay? And that is kind of the whole point of this channel, is that I wanna just kind of even up the playing field. I wanna show smaller business owners, smaller artists, smaller creators, how you can actually do this for yourself, way smaller budgets. So what am I actually talking about? What does this clipping army thing even mean? And I'm just gonna give you concrete examples on what I'm actually talking about. Depending on your age, but pretty much for anyone, when you open social media, you open Instagram, you open YouTube Shorts, any short form platform, TikTok, and so on, a lot of the stuff you see is because of clippers. And clippers are, people who made this short form content. And I would say that at least half of the stuff you see, the clippers are getting paid for it. These the biggest streamers you see, the whole career is dependent on these clippers. The clips you see of artists edits and that kind of stuff with some artist music, these clippers get paid for that. I don't know if you noticed, just recently there's the new Spider-Man movie, there's Odyssey and so on. There's a lot of memes about that, and those movies are being pushed heavily with clippers and so on. And I'm not gonna start naming any artists right now, but literally the biggest rapper and the biggest artists are doing this. So if the best people in the industry and the smartest people, because obviously these companies that have a lot of money, they hire the best people to do the job, if they are doing this really aggressively, it must mean that it works, and there must be something to it, right? And now let's just get a bit into why is this clipping such a cool thing. And this is a topic I could be yapping about forever. I am such a clipping glazer, obviously. That's why I'm doing this. Everyone knows that doing organic content is good. It is free, and if you have time, you should be doing it. Everyone knows this, right? But let's say there is you making content. Let's say you post one piece of content on YouTube, let's say every day, and your competitor, who is exactly in the same niche, that are directly competing with you, they post, also they record and post one video just like you do, but they also have clipping army with them, meaning that they will take that one video and they will repurpose it and post and create, let's say 100,000, 10,000 new clips about it, 10,000 new pieces of content about it, and they will also post it every day. And we live on this thing called attention economy, which sounds a bit fancy, but that basically means that attention is like the most valuable thing right now. That's why everyone is doing social media. That's why everyone is posting content. And you don't have to be a genius to realize that the competitor who is posting like literally like 100 times, 10,000 times more every day, they're just going to beat you, because those clips are guaranteed to get like people's views in comparison to you depending on luck and algorithm gods to bless you with, I don't know, a viral video. So it is guaranteed views for you, organic views, you know. Even if like, for example, I'm doing YouTube, I want people to watch more of my YouTube videos. I don't care about the short form content. But like, then again, like those clips could be used to just push people to watch your YouTube videos, or those clips could be pushed into selling whatever like product you have, physical product, anything. Like this is something that literally almost all businesses that like need any type of content, any type of social media awareness are gonna be doing. And there are like many ways to go about it, more ways than you would think. And like essentially, like you shouldn't think about it as like organic content, like in the same way. You should think about it more as something like meta ads. You know, like meta ads is essentially people pay for the platforms to show the content to a bunch of people. But the thing is that the problem with that is people don't like watching ads, and they don't like knowing that they are being sold to. So this will be a lot more like natural, authentic, organic way to get awareness for your stuff. And also because these clippers are real people and they are creating real like content. They are not just posting, just like clipping your content and posting it. No, they're like creating like new content, repurposing it. You know, like when you see like those edits of movies, it's not just like clip of a movie. No, it's like whole new piece of content with like completely new aesthetic, new music and everything. So yeah, these clippers are real people. They are real people who are working, and obviously they need to get paid. But the good thing is, like the cost is so little in comparison to like how much you get out of it. In business, it's okay to invest if you get like enough back from it. Let's talk about meta ads. In meta ads, it costs at least $8 per 1,000 views. At least. Usually, it depends on what kind of campaign you're running. And with clipping, it averages around like $1. It can be even cheaper if you do it well. So think about that. That's quite a bit cheaper, right? And like basically what I'm saying is why it is getting so popular and it is exploding among like bigger businesses is that you get people's organic attention, and it costs way, like it's like a fraction of how much meta ads cost. Seems like I'm just gonna talk about the benefits on this video. I'm gonna explain like how to actually do it in another video, but let's just keep going with this. And like think about this. If you are like someone, you need to like post content regularly. You are so dependent on you doing the work yourself physically. But what happens when you want to have a time off? What happens when you want to go for vacation? Well, you don't need to stress about it. Obviously, you can like make content and schedule it and so on when you post it. But you make content yourself, or you don't even need to like make content yourself consistently. You can have just a bit of content. The clippers will be consistently posting content for you. You have this like huge army, this huge team of clippers who will be posting consistently for you. So you don't actually need to stress about posting content all the time yourself, or like because that is the thing that takes a lot of time and headache when you need to like think about the ideas, what to post and yada yada, make the scripts and so on, and all the editing. It's just a big headache. It takes a lot of time and effort. When I would argue that when you are someone running a business, you probably are more into the product itself, the business itself, rather than just like filming some marketing stuff. Unless you're more into marketing, obviously, but usually people are more into the product that they sell. That's what they're passionate about. And anyone running a business, you should always optimize for the thing that you like, instead of just like wasting time on the things that you don't like that much, because you're not even going to be good at them because you don't like it so much, and just like let people do the work who are good at it, you know. This is just an amazing way to get that weight off your shoulders and still have crazy consistent like omnipresence online. So it's just a no-brainer. So that is the reason why I started Clipping Academy, which is a school community where I like teach more about this stuff. You can get like one-on-one personal coaching with me, yada yada yada. If you're interested, check out the description. But the point is that I'm like, that's the reason why I'm super heavily invested on this, because it is such a no-brainer, and big businesses are starting to do it a bit more now. It's not like completely mainstream yet, because a lot of like normal people who are not running a business or who are not into marketing don't know about this. But in the future, like everyone, small or big creators, are gonna be running this, and it's such a like no-brainer, and like the value is just like the value is just there. It's basically Meta ads, but way better, if that makes sense. So yeah, like if this sounds interesting to you, let me know in the comments. Well, what do you think about this? Do you wanna like learn how to actually do this? And I will be posting more videos. Subscribe, all the good stuff, and yeah, I will see you guys on the next video.